what's up? It's me, Lord from Theory, and we're back at it again with Heartbaked. And this rad guy. Actually, that's not this guy. I forgot his name. This Carver guy. The audacity of this dwarf is killing me. Listen here. I don't know your little crafty schemes. You are fully aware of the abyss between your level and mine? Abyss? No, I wouldn't call it an abyss. More like a whole universe between you and me. Sometimes I wonder, why did I even bother? I could have just quit, went on a holiday far, far away, and never came back. Like I was saying, I can't comprehend why would you want to compare mine and your pastries. Hey, you're still competition. I need to check how you're faring every now and then. Besides, you got some talent. Thank you. I cannot believe I just said that. And yes, I must scrutinize your progress. Carver? Maybe I was wrong to perceive him as my arch rival. Maybe he could tutor me, maybe to know when to strike with my bakery genius to take you down. I could go and cry myself to sleep. Yeah, that sounded like a good idea right now. Ha 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 ha. Calm down, Carver. Are you quite done yet? Don't underestimate my lung capacity. I could go on and on. But I still demand a refund. I'm a victim in this galling situation. Absolutely not. Do I look like I'm running a charity? Besides, you could very well bake yourself far better cupcakes than me. Yes. Yes, I could. But why should I turn down the chance for free food? I'm not that picky. Oh, look at the time. It's already past go-away time. You're not welcome here again. What, the audacity to banish me from this rundown shop? Bye-bye. I slammed the door quickly behind Carver. I slid to the floor and grunted at my situation. I didn't want to do anything else. Those three sucked all of my remaining energy out for the day. I went upstairs. The sun is setting. Silly me for thinking I could achieve anything at all today. Oh well. Might as well skim through my recipe book. I still had my grandma's stamp. All of her knowledge as well as her predecessors were contained here. What is this recipe? I've already bookmarked the recipe I wanted to make the most and at the same time are within my ability. But this is a new one. Why hadn't I noticed before? Ew. What was this cream doing here, all smeared across the pages? It must have been glued them together. I hope it wasn't Radley again. Well, let's see what this recipe is all about. Heartbaked. Heartbaked, I get this! The ultimate cake for all your concierges. Have you heard of the term put your heart into something? Well, folks, in this recipe, you do that quite literally. Excuse me? I can just picture the petrified face you're making as you read. My dear chef, I discovered this recipe by accident. Really, one day I was baking as usual when my dear husband arrived straight from work. And even though we had been together for 10 years, our love has never melted. On that fateful day, he decided to give me some flowers as a surprise that he found on his way home. Ugh, blah blah blah, more of this love bull cake. Dear muffin dough, when does the story end? Oh, here we go. In short, because of the love that the cake witnessed, it turned itself into the tastiest, softest, and sweetest pastry ever to be baked. Huh, well, look at that. Heartbaked. Piece of cake you shall be made by me, the great Lori. Thanks to this cake, everyone would worship me at the festival, adore me. And Carver would eat his shoes from the fury. There's no way I could let this chance slip away. Besides, it couldn't be that hard to make, right? Ingredients check. I had all of those. Almost. I had no love. I'm the saltiest cupcake there is. Maybe my love for work will count? Haha, nope. I'm so alone. No, Lori, you are forbidden to think like that. I shook my head determined and squeezed my fist tightly. How hard could it be to get someone's love? Psh, nothing that I couldn't handle. Village boys, here I come. Oh God, never say that again. Ugh, wait, I had no time to meet someone new. So that left me with Bradley, Carver, and Benjamin. These are the only 3 guys you know? Haha. Yeah. I couldn't cry. Tears wouldn't improve my situation. I mean, everyone had some positive aspects about them, right? And they were quite a catch too, right? Look at Radley, he was. So Radley, yep. Then Benjamin, whose family was sheep, and apparently had no knowledge of bathing. Score, Lori, score. Lastly, Carver, what? Little baby, student elf, who couldn't stop yapping and screaming. I was swooning already. Oh God, I'm going to sleep. I didn't want to think about those dorks anymore. Nom 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 nom. Wait, what is this? Do you want to do this day again? No. I want to pick a different day. Let's do this. I woke up with a heavy heart. Oh, it was 5 a.m.? That was new. I'd never been an early bird after all. The daunting task of choosing the best genres for my sweet baby little cakes. I wonder if the cake was going to resemble its father. I definitely couldn't wake up this early. My brain was unable to work in this environment. I grudgingly scampered my feet, deciding to go a walk around the square town, squash my rival, or stay and get some baking dough. I don't know, let's squash some rivals. That sounds fun. I let out a evil giggle as the best idea popped into my head. I would woo Carver. Oh God, never mind. It was the perfect plan. I could crush him with my incredible baking, as well as make him love me and humiliate him in the process. Oh, Lori, you're getting the wrong idea. Oh, a laugh escaped my lips as I got ready for the day and started heading downstairs. This was gonna be great, amazing even. This recipe was the perfect excuse to show Carver who is the top baker around here. I skipped through the bakery, humming a jolly tone to myself. I stopped in my tracks as I realized that Radley was coming in today. What to do with him? I only thought about it for a second before shrugging. When he saw the door was locked, he'd probably just leave anyways. When I stepped out into the morning air, a light breeze blew past me, and I smiled. A perfect, beautiful day to begin my plan to crush Carver. And now where would he be? Probably lazing around somewhere. Knowing him, that little strudel was almost never working. I had to wonder just how he kept his bakery afloat. Here, Carver. I doubt that's gonna work. I let out a laugh as I wandered towards his bakery. Might as well start there. It was a short walk across the town square to his tiny shop. A tiny shop to match his dwarfish shelf. I stood in front of his shop and tugged on the door. It didn't move. How did I know he wouldn't be here? I let out a small sigh, pouted, then turned around towards his house. No matter, this won't stop me. Carver's love will be mine by the end of next week if it's the last thing I do. Oh God. Lori, I don't think you fall in love by saying, oh, I'm gonna make him fall in love with me. I stepped into the forest and walked casually to Carver's house. He lived in a large tree that was only 5 minutes down the path. When I was standing in front of his house, I smoothed out my skirt, banged on his door, then I waited. And waited. And waited. Carver, I know you're in there, you little pancake. There was no answer, of course. He wouldn't be here. The one single time I actually wanted to see him, and he's nowhere to be found. I let out a huff and crossed my arms. Alright, Lori, think. Where would the dwarf be hiding? It wasn't like he had any friends. Maybe he fell in an anthill and couldn't get out. I laughed to myself and wandered back towards town. He has to be around somewhere. I walked towards the fountain and looked. I had no idea where he would be, and is that a cake fountain? That looks cool. Ugh, this is such a waste of time. I pouted and sat on the edge of the fountain. Had the pastry gods forsaken me? Lori! I perked up at the familiar voice and turned to see Radley walking towards me. There you are. I was worried something happened to you. You never leave the bakery. He bounced a little bit and grinned at me. I didn't have time for this, but Radley might know where Carver was. Hey Rads, you wouldn't happen to know where the pancake is, would you? Pancake? Carver! Why do you want to find him? He paused for a second, and by the look at his face, it was obvious that he was thinking hard. Oh, are you trying to make sure he isn't around you so you can prank him? Can I help? He grew visibly more excited as he bounced a few times and clapped his hands together. He was so childish. Yeah, sure. Have you seen him? Nah, but I know where he isn't. He let out the most evil laugh I have ever heard from Radley. Obviously, wasn't gonna be any help. Yeah, he isn't at his bakery. Say, Rads, why don't you get a head start and plan some sort of prank, and I'll be right there. Huge grin grew on his face, and he jumped up. Alrighty, Lori, I'll plan something awesome, and we'll get Carver good. He ran off and I let out a long sigh, back to my quest of finding the pig squeak. I stood up, glancing around. He was nowhere to be found, but ooh, the shoe shop was having a sale? Yes, please. I skipped forward, entering the shop gleefully. Mama needs a new pair of heels. I pranced around the racks of beautiful shoes and finally found a pair of light cream heels that would look amazing with this one skirt that I own. Ooh, can't talk today. After buying the shoes, I walked back into the square and decided to head over Carver's bakery and see if he actually decided to work. There you are, little girl. A short and angry-looking old woman marched over to me. She looked like she was ready to kneel over any moment now. Yes? She looked in front of me and placed her hands on her hips, huffing and puffing like a mad woman. You need to come and carry me some bags this instant. She glared at me, and what was wrong with her voice? I'm sorry, ma'am, I don't really have time. I'm sure you can find someone else. How dare you? Have you never learned to respect your elders? Did your parents raise you to be uncultured brute? Excuse me? Fine, if you'll stop your yapping, then I guess I can help you. That's better, now come. She ordered me around like I was a dog, and I had to keep myself from growling at her. How dare she? I followed her to a pile of boxes and raised an eyebrow. You need to carry these to my house. Chop, chop. I glared at her again and let out a small grumble before picking up as many boxes as I could. They were tall enough that they blocked my vision, and I waited for the old woman to tell me where to go. Hurry up! Her voice came from ahead of me. I tried to catch up to her. She better be grateful when I'm done with this, or I might just accidentally drop something. I can't exactly see where we're going. There was no reply. I turned around to try and see her. Hello? Whoa! The top of the box fell to the ground, followed by the second box. They both broke open to reveal garbage? What is this? I glared and spun around to the old woman, but she was nowhere to be found. I knelt down, quickly put the garbage back in the boxes, and I left them there. And wait. Double-checked the area, retraced my steps to where I had started. Where are my new shoes? And that old prune must have stolen them. Oh, we're stolen. I'm so done. I'm so done with today. I searched around one more time looking for the shoes. If I ever see that old lady again, I'll... I sighed and decided that this had been enough for one day. I accomplished absolutely nothing, started to walk home, feeling completely defeated. The sun was starting to set, and I didn't even see a single stupid pink hair of Carver all day. As I turned a corner, I bumped into just the pancake I was looking for, literally. Well guys, things aren't going great, but I'm gonna stop here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click that like button and also subscribe to my channel. See you guys soon.